Hi, my name is Brianna, aka Reblendiana, and you're watching my YouTube channel. Now let's start. Hi y'all, welcome back to the Reblendiana YouTube channel. My name is Brianna, aka Reblendiana, and today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do another floating eyeliner kind of cut crease look, but this time I actually like have a cut crease along with the floating eyeliner. Let me bring it in close so y'all can see. So we have a green cut crease and then a neon green eyeliner, which I'm super excited about because my nails, duh. And I have this like snakeskin top. So when I had bought the liner, I was like, yo, I feel like this is gonna be like a slime look, like a slime green look, because my nails are kind of like yellow, little green, I don't know. But I was like, yo, slime look all the way. So we about to get into that, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, did y'all like my Disney little intro? Because I really enjoyed making it. So let me know in the comments if y'all liked it, because if not, I won't put it in, but I think I still might put it in because I think it's real cute. Also, follow me on Instagram at brie.donna. It's gonna be below in the description bar, and let's get into the video. Starting with some tape, I'm gonna place that on my eyes for those sharp lines. For my base, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toffee and be placing that right upon my eye. I'm going to bring it all the way up to my brow bone because I'm carrying all my shadows high up to my brow bone today, so I needed all that area to be a nice blank canvas. And then I'm going to be blending that out with a small concealer brush so it could be nice and smooth and easy for the colors to blend on top of. Now taking the Magic palette by Juvia's Place, I'm going to take that color Aja and start building that color right on top of my natural crease, but following the shape of my natural crease. So to build up that intensity, I usually start by dabbing on the color to deposit onto the place in which I want it to go. Then I start to blend it out using windshield wiper motions to drag that color along the shape that I'm trying to make. Then I started to bring Aja down onto my eyelid, just mainly towards my outer corner, and left it right at that sharp angle. Using the Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, I'm going to be digging into that lime green color and placing that right on top of the borders of that dark green color Aja. And I'm doing this by simply again tapping along the edges because I want to deposit the color before I start blending it out. Now taking a small blending brush, I'm going to start blending out the borders of Aja into that lime green color using small circle motions until it's blending out to my liking. So now taking that yellow and a small blending brush, I'm going to start blending out the yellow right above that lime green so it can provide more of a transition from the brow bone to that dark green. Now taking the color Black from the box of Crayons palette and a pencil brush, I'm going to apply that right below where I put that dark green color Aja, but keep it above my natural crease. You're going to see that the color is going to fall on top of my eyelid. That's fine because I'm going to go back and clean that up. Using this flat brush, I'm going to start to really clean up the edges of the black so that it can be nice and sharp, so you can see the difference between that dark green Aja and that color Black. I want that to be very sharp and precise. So now taking the Toffee concealer and a small lip brush, I'm going to start cleaning up my crease in very small strokes until I reach that little slant, and I'm going to clean that up too. And I'm just following my natural crease. I'm not going above it because I don't want to hit that black. I'm just staying right within my natural crease. So after cutting my crease, I went back to my little slant and I added some more black to make sure the edge was nice and sharp. So now taking that lime green color again and a shader brush, I'm going to start placing that right in the middle of my eyelid and keep packing it on and building up the intensity till I get it to be super bright. So now taking the color green from the box of Crayon palette, on a small little lip brush, I'm going to start packing that right in between the black and that lime green to provide more of a transition, so it can go from like black to that darker green, then onto the lime green on my lid. Going back into that Take Me to Brazil palette and taking that neon green color, using a small shadow brush, I'm going to start packing that in on my inner corner and building up that intensity so it could be super bright like it is in the pan. And oh my god, that looks so pretty. You could literally stop right here, but me, of course, I added the liner, which you're going to see in the next couple of shots. So now using the NYX Vivid Brights liner in the color Vivid Escape, I'm going to start doing my floating liner. And again, I use short strokes to do this as well because I'm not that great at liner, so I have to be as slow as possible. And I'm really sorry, y'all, my hands are so ashy. Well, they're not so ashy, but they ashy. You see that right between my pinky finger and my index? Oh my god, so ashy. I'm really sorry about that. Y'all should never have to see me work under these conditions, but my hands look like that, so my face could look like this. Period, poo. Moving on to face, I'm going to use my Airspun translucent powder and a small face brush, and I'm going to start to apply that powder right before my foundation, under my eyes, on my forehead, my chin, and my nose, which are the places that I get the most oiliest, and this helps my foundation last longer and not get as oily as fast. Using my orange color corrector from LA Girl, I'm going to start to color correct my dark circles around my mouth, the side of my face, and along my nose, and blend that out with a concealer brush. And the reason to color correct is to add some warmth to those dark spots that we have on our face and make them easier to cover with foundation. Using my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the color Chestnut, I want to start applying my foundation. So I didn't speed this clip up so I could show y'all how I like to like bounce in my foundation versus like buffing it in, so that I can get as much coverage as I possibly can. So here you see me switch to like a smaller foundation brush, like a concealer type brush, to apply my foundation on my forehead and under my eye, because my brush before was too big, and here we work smarter, not harder. If I use that big brush on my forehead, it would get on my baby hairs, and then if I use that under my eye, it would get on my eye look, and no, who got time to be doing all that work again? Not I, said the cat. Using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Chestnut, I'm really concealing my under eyes, along my nose, around my mouth, and along my jaw, and using that Real Techniques complexion brush to blend that out. Then for under my eye, I like to use a beauty blender because it gives me much more of a seamless finish versus a brush, then I take the Beauty Blender and go over the places in which I use the concealer before to eliminate any brush marks. Using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, I'm going to highlight my face, starting with my under eye. Then I highlight my nose, my upper lip, my chin, and my forehead. And then I start to blend that out using that same complexion brush from Real Techniques and switching over to the Beauty Blender to blend out my eyelids. In the concealer Rich 75 by ColourPop, I'm going to start to contour my face. I contour the hollows of my cheek, my forehead, along my nose, and along my jawline, because this is the area in our face that usually has those darker shadows. So we use contour so we can accentuate them and give us a more slimmer looking face. So you know, we could be looking like top models. To blend out my contour, I like to use a medium-sized face brush, and then for my nose contour, I use a traditional foundation brush. So then I go back in with Fawn to then highlight right under where I placed that contour, so I can really like intensify that contour that I have on my face. It like really gives me that model chiseled face. Then to blend everything in, my highlight and my contour, I like to use my Beauty Blender to make sure everything is nice and marinated. So now I'm going to start taking my Airspun powder and my Beauty Blender and start to set all my highlighted areas. Using my black Radiance pressed powder in the color Ebony, I'm going to start to set my contoured areas using that same brush I used when I was blending out my liquid contour. While I set my contour, I usually like to let my translucent powder bake, and then I like to take that same brush and wipe off all of my extra translucent powder to make sure no white residue is left behind. Taking my e.l.f. contour kit in dark, I like to use that light brown color and set further my highlighted areas to really get rid of any white cast. I'm telling y'all, like, it may not look like it's white, but in like real life I see this white cast, so using the e.l.f. powder helps me really eliminate that. Jumping back into eyes, I'm going to take that color Aja and just blend that right along my lower lash line. So now I'm taking that lime green and I'm going to blend that right under Aja using a small packer brush. Now I'm going to be lining my waterline with the NYX Faux White pencil in the color Baby Powder and applying some bottom mascara. For inner corner highlight, I'm taking the color Nubia on a small fluffier pencil brush, and I'm just gonna apply that. The blush I'm using is by CoverGirl. I'm sorry it doesn't have a name, but I think the number is 145. Now to set my face, I use the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. I'm gonna shake that up and spray that all over very generously. So now this is the most important time. This is my favorite time. This is highlighter time. I'm so excited. Time for me to turn into a Ferrero Rocher. I use the ANGLOWLA highlighter powder from the Crayon case and a small angled brush and just highlight my face. And I just, wow. I do my cheeks, I do my high points of my cheekbones, the little button part of my nose, which is called the tip, and this time I didn't do my forehead. And lastly, for lips, I'm going to be taking a brown liner and then following that with NYX's Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. So yes, y'all, that's the end of the look. You know, it's over, it's finito, it's done. And all I did off camera was add my little bottom lashes and draw my little mole in. Also throw on this cute little top. Straighten out my hair because my hair was looking bananas in the video. Thank you if you stuck around to the end. Thank you for being subscribed. If you are, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear y'all thoughts on the look and the video, especially my little intro, because you know I'm real excited about that. And just thank you again. Watch some more of my videos because come on now, like, support a Black queen, and that's my name. And remember, if anything I teach you, if you learn anything from these videos, always remember, if you cannot cook, you can always serve a look. All right, bye.